Welcome to Legrick University. I'm Charlie, and today we'll be reviewing the to-do list. Let's get started.
The To-Do List tab is a handy convenience feature that is here to help you with common tasks that most practices handle inside their office. To get to the To-Do List tab, simply go to the top middle of the screen and click on the To-Do List tab. On the left side, you'll see the different to-do lists we have available, and on the right, you'll see information related to the to-do list you currently have selected. The first one we'll talk about is the confirmations list. The confirmations list will show you all the unconfirmed appointments coming up on your schedule. It'll start with the most recent appointments here and then move on to the future as you scroll down. You'll have the date and time of the appointment, the name of the patient, any phone numbers that are relevant for that patient, and then a button to confirm the appointment directly into your practice management software. And if your software allows, there'll be a cancel button that you can click to cancel the appointment in your practice management software. You can also get to the Patients tab and get the patient information by clicking on the name of the patient on the to-do list to get to that specific patient's information, their history of all the messaging that has gone out to them, have access to manual messaging tools like we've covered in previous videos. So it's a nice way to get to that patient if you need to. Simply going back in your browser, you can get right back to the screen and get back to handling your to-do lists. These are often used as a call list to help impact your no-shows beyond the automation that Legwork is doing for you. The second of our to-do lists is the post-op non-hygiene list. These are also known as our comfort call lists. So the post-op non-hygiene looks at only operatory appointments over the last 10 days. There are no hygiene appointments that are represented on this list, and for HIPAA reasons, we don't have any examples to show you on here just to keep things nice and clean. But on this list, what you'll see is the date and time of all the appointments that have happened over the last 10 days that are not hygiene, the name of the patient, a number to call, and a button to remove them from the list after you've made your comfort call. Comfort calls are typically just simple calls that you make out to your patients to make sure they're doing okay, they have what they need, answer any questions that maybe have come up that they didn't have a chance to ask you about the procedure that's happened already or about recovery, that type of thing. This is seen as a patient experience practice to improve the experience patients have at your practice by checking in on them and showing some sincerity in your care for them. The next to-do list is our referrals list. Now, this is exactly the same as the unrewarded referrals on the dashboard that we've covered in previous videos. So you can see the unrewarded referrals on the dashboard are exactly the same as the unrewarded referrals here in the to-do lists. At Legwork, we like to have multiple ways to get into some of the same features, so this is represented here in case some people like to have more screen real estate dedicated to the referrals rather than going to the dashboard. Some practices get a little behind on rewarding their referrals, so it's nice to have an entire screen dedicated to it. To give a brief overview again on how to reward a referral, we have the date and time that the new patient was added into your practice management software, the name of the new patient that's been referred, the name of the person who referred them, and then options to either reward that referring patient or to not reward them. So for example, if we do not wish to reward Charlie for the referral for the referred patient, we would click No Gift. If we do, we click Gift. When you click Gift, it'll pull up the person who did the referring and automatically have a thank you card queued up. That thank you card doesn't have to have anything added to it if you don't want to, but all we need to do is simply add a gift at the bottom if you want to incentivize the referral reward. So what we'll do is we can attach an Amazon gift card, we can choose whatever amount we want to send, and then when we're ready to reward Charlie, we click Send Postal, and then click OK, and then that will reward the referral that took place and automatically remove it from the referrals to-do list as well as the unrewarded referrals on the dashboard. Moving on from the referrals, we have the recall list. Again, for HIPAA reasons, we don't want to show real patient data here on when people have appointments, but it is a very straightforward list. So the recall list will be a list of every single patient that is 6 weeks or more past due for hygiene. So because they're going to be 6 weeks or more past due for hygiene, these are people that need to come in. This is kind of a high priority list. Now, keep in mind, for most accounts, Legwork is automating recall messaging out to people. However, if you have a month where you really want to go into overdrive and make sure that there are no gaps in your schedule and really want to take your schedule coordination to the next level, it's helpful to have tools like this so that you can see who the hot button patients are that need to get in. So this list will have the recall date where people were due for their hygiene, the name of the patient, phone numbers to call, and a button that removes them from the list. Now, they will also be removed from the list at any time when they have an appointment scheduled that has hygiene codes on it. So keep in mind, these aren't people that haven't showed up to hygiene appointments that they did schedule. These are people that don't have a hygiene appointment on file at all, but they should because they were due on the date that's going to be on the left. So this is a really nice place to go to when you just need to fill in gaps in your schedule and call people that really need to come in. So really handy tool to stay on top of your recall. Again, over and above Legwork's automation. The failed writebacks to-do list is a helpful way that we notify you that something's happened between the communication with Legwork and your server computer that we tie in with in order to do all of our automation. This is where we're going to notify you that when we tried to do something inside your practice management software, we couldn't. And we couldn't because something like a power outage or your server crashing or a backup taking Legwork offline, something that stopped the connection between Legwork and your practice management software took place while we were trying to confirm something or while we were trying to cancel something in your practice management software. So the way that this works is we will show you the name of the patient, the appointment we were trying to interact with. The writeback event will be what we were trying to do, so were we trying to cancel the appointment or confirm the appointment. And then there'll be a final acknowledged button on the right that we require you to click so that we know that you see that we've tried to do these things but couldn't because your practice management software wasn't communicating with Legwork. So by you acknowledging it, we will stop sending you email messages that someone is in this state. So for example, let's say your power goes out on a Friday night and Bob confirms his appointment that Friday night while your power is out. Well, he responded to his text message to confirm his appointment. He did nothing wrong, but because the power was out and Legwork can't connect to your server, we don't have a way to change on your schedule that Bob's appointment is a confirmed appointment. So what we do instead is we send you an email that says there's a failed writeback, and in that email there'll be a link to this page so you can see all of Bob's information. And then right here, we'll see Bob's name, his appointment time. We'll show that we tried to confirm the appointment, and we'll require you to click the acknowledged button right here just so that we know that you've seen this and that you're going to take care of Bob. If you don't click the acknowledged button, we will continue to email you until you do. We want to be a little annoying here. We want to make sure Bob's taken care of. So make sure that when you get a failed writeback notice that you acknowledge that particular message, because we want to make sure that Bob doesn't get missed, and we don't want you to overly bother Bob because you didn't see the confirmation and then have him go, I did confirm, what's going on here? That type of thing. So this is just our way of kind of being a nice guy Legwork, trying to help you see when that communication between Legwork and your server went down so that we can help you still maintain and keep track of your confirmations and maybe any manual cancellations you tried to do through the interface. Like we've gone over earlier in today's tutorial, for example, if you tried to cancel something while your server was down, you'd get a fail writeback for that because we wouldn't be able to do that.
This concludes the to-do list tutorial. As always, if you need any help, our support department is happy to help you. Thank you and have a great day.